What's up, y'all? Boom, boom, boom. Hey, listen, man. I know y'all ain't think I was gonna go without speaking on the Montgomery Brawl. Yeah. Hey, nah, but for real though, man. Listen, I've been very patient. I've been very, very patient. All right. Now, you're not gonna mix me up with no clout chasing. I don't have hundreds and thousands of subscribers. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't let this moment in history go past without me not speaking on it. So with that being said, man, we gonna discuss the Montgomery Brawl, man. Look, let's give a round of applause to everybody that was a part of the Montgomery Brawl, man. I got to say, man, coming from the great city of Stonecrest, we're proud of all of you. All right, when I say we're proud of all of you, man, listen, let's pop it off, man. Let's put it out there like y'all don't already know. But listen, we got a 65-year-old veteran, right, doing his job or trying his best to do his job, right? We had some thugs to come give him a hard time. Yeah, I said thugs, original thugs, original savages, original doggone barbarians, savages, doggone thugs, and gangsters. To come and sit here and jump on a 65-year-old man while he's doing his job. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. But see, let's get into the meat. Let's dive. Like, come on, man. We're finna dive into it. All right, so here we go. What we sang and marched about for hundreds of years, not 5, not a decade, but for hundreds of years. Hey, we hungry, please let us in. We hungry, please let us in. The next week it changed. Please give us some food. Please give us some food. The next week the song changes again. Give me some food or I'm knocking down the door. Give me some food or I'm knocking down the door. After that, the song changed again. Coming through blasting, we taking it. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. You know what I mean? And now, did it get down and dirty and gritty and grimy? It didn't. And this is why I applaud it, because see, let's be clear off top. I don't condone violence, but I believe violence has its place, all right? So with that being said, again, a 65-year-old man out here doing his job to the best of his ability, all right? We all saw it. And see, that's the thing about the 21st century. We able to see it now. They can't really, like we know the evildoers, all right? The powers that be and the evildoers, we know they lie, steal, and cheat. Those are the 3 main ingredients: lie, steal, cheat. Liar, thief, cheater. Those are the main ingredients, all right? So with that being said, I'm finna really get over into it this time, y'all. Work with me, bear with me. I'm just still amped up on it, even though it done died down, and that's what I was waiting on. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah. They come, they jump this man at his job. He's only doing his job. He ain't passing no licks or anything. Doing his job, and they jumped him. And boom, just like that. Instant karma. Instant karma. When I say instant karma, the same way 3, 4 of you jumped on this guy, 5, 6 of you jumped on this guy, less than 30 minutes, less than 20 minutes, y'all got jumped on back. Now, the classy thing about this whole situation, not one gun, pistol, gadget was drawn. Not one gat was drawn. Nobody got shot and nobody died. Because we're in America. I don't care if you're Asian, black, white, Hispanic, Latina, whatever your ethnicity and your background, nationality. Right here in the Western world, Second Amendment, all right? Not no 5, 6, the Second Amendment, right to bear arms, all right? So we're in America, all right? Everybody toting and everybody got gas. At least in the city and where I'm from, it's a lot of that go on the regular. That's the norm. For nobody to get shot and die, hey man, that deserves another round of applause. It deserves another round of applause. And not just that. Let me, before I go any further, let me do something that I never thought I would live to do or be able to even share. I'm glad I've reached a certain level of maturity to be able to say what I'm about to say. shout out to every police officer that was there. Big shout out to every police officer that was there. I think people really sleeping on what really took place and how that just transpired. Where I'm from, man, those police, that would have been the first thing they did was doggone, they reaching. They finna clutch. All right? They waiting to slap somebody with the gun, tase somebody, and shoot somebody. They trigger happy. This is what they signed up for. It's the new generation too. They grew up on Modern Warfare. What's the other game they play? Fortnite, and it's another one out there. Anyway, those games they want to shoot. If they suspect you the bad guy, they ready to shoot, slap you around. They ready to kill you out there. That did not take place, man. So look, man, big shout out to Montgomery police, all of the police that was out there, man. You know what I mean? Big shout out. I think that was really slept on how they handled the situation. Because see, like I say, for hundreds of years, we done marched, we done sung songs, and we've been trying to let westernized Europeans know, American Europeans know, like, look, man, the playing field is not fair. It's not fair. All right? Systemic racism, we've been saying it forever. And they keep ignoring us, and we've been talking and talking. Please let us in. Please let us in. Look, y'all cut it out. Y'all cut it out. And they don't seem to understand nothing but bloodshed or good old-fashioned ass whipping. That's all they seem to understand. And then for some of these whites to have the audacity to talk about a lady got smacked over her head with a chair, she ain't die. She ain't die. She ain't have no broken nose. She ain't have no broken arm. And nothing. She ain't die. Now, let's talk about the countless of black folk that done lost their lives out here to these white thugs and gangsters. All right? And these are facts. All right? So, I'm not saying all white people are gangsters and thugs, but we do know the history here in America on what happened to the Native Americans with smallpox men in their blankets, the diseases that they brought with them. The millions of people they killed from on the slave ship to the Native American around the world, billions. It's safe to say billions. Look at the many places where the Europeans have gone around the world and colonized and turned people against one another. Oldest trick in the world, divide and conquer. These are facts. Say they superior and say everyone, black folks are second class. Look at the British Museum. Look at all of the art in the British Museum. That's like African art. What about in Berlin in Germany? African art. People coming from around the world. What about doggone King Tut? Is it not obvious he's a black boy? A boy king? All of the lies, all of the stealing, and all of the cheating. We've been saying it too long. It will not last forever. It will not last forever. This shit that y'all pulling, it will not last forever. Awake from your sleep and slumber and get your mind right. If it's goodness, if it's good in your heart and it's love in your heart, you need to apply it. If you're listening to this message, you need to apply it because we've said it for too long. But anyway, back to the Montgomery Brawl, man. It felt good, man, to see that no one got arrested and sent to prison and no one lost their life. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. They was out of line and the whole nation got to see what it was we was talking about. They exercising white privilege. Due to what their ancestors have done, they still reap the benefits from what their ancestors have done. If their ancestors sat back and, I mean, their ancestors were some real savages. It's in the history books. They want to erase it from history. They was barbarians. They were savages. They killed in the name of God. Look at Constantine. He went around, he forced Christianity on people. And if you didn't accept Christianity, he killed them. Black folks here in this country was not originally Christians. And if they don't know their history and if they don't apply themselves and gain knowledge, they still going to be going along with this program. And this program is a big lie. The Matrix is a prison for your mind. Many of you are locked up in your head. All right? And so don't forgive me for being passionate about what it is I'm talking about. Do your research. Book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. God's people suffer from lack of knowledge. Quit chasing the bag all the time. Money is a necessity, but gain knowledge, right knowledge. And don't mistake education with knowledge. Knowledge is power. This day and age, education is an indoctrination. You are indoctrined. All right? Be mindful of that. All right? So again, back to this Montgomery brawl. All right? I know y'all, come on, man. Everybody done talked about Aquaman, Scuba Gooding Jr., whichever name you wish to give him. All right? That was awesome. You went over there to help in your doggone and your brethren aid. You went to aid your brethren. That's what you're supposed to do. Shout out to you. Even if you're saying that's my co-worker and y'all stuck together. Not only he's your co-worker, but he's a part of your race. And that's what you do. Stick together. You unite. When it's time to unite. It's what we all should do. All right? Especially when it comes to group economics. How we spend our money and knowing our spending power. This story right here that happened August the 5th in Montgomery, Alabama. Oh, this is deeper than what many of you doggone are talking about. Y'all talking about the fun part. All right? Yes, the fun part is seeing what took place and what transpired. Again, that's not normally the narrative. All right? Normally, they would have been killed that guy. 5 or 6 of them done jumped on it. He's 65 years old. Y'all done all jumped on it. He could have lost his life out there. And we all would have been sitting back like, oh, there go another one. Shout out to Kendrick Johnson family. It makes me think about Kendrick Johnson. Let's rewind. Emmett Till, Kendrick Johnson, Trayvon Martin. And the list go on. It's too many to name. Michael Brown. It's too many to name. Where we sit here and watch y'all kill our people on YouTube. On the internet. Breonna Taylor, y'all went in her home. What about the gentleman was down in Texas? The police went into the wrong apartment and killed him in his apartment. She done got out. Right? Look how much time they gave her. A white woman went to the wrong apartment, killed the black gentleman, and look. We've been saying it far too long. Like, come on, man. And then you guys wonder why people say blue-eyed devil are devils. This is not the norm. This shit is not normal. All right? When people backs against the wall, you got to do something. You have to do something. You sitting back and you don't hog all of the resources. What are people to do? You leave them no choice. Is it a crime to survive? All right? So like I said to many of you, man, this is way deeper than just sitting back seeing somebody get hit with a chair. She lived. And not just that, for many of you women, by the way. Many of you women, whenever you put yourself in a man's situation, in a man's position, expect man results. Expect adult and man results when you sit back and you put yourself in man's position. None of them women say, you know what, let me go and find authority and let me go and get some higher help. They sat there and they engaged in that brawl. They engaged in that brawl. So anybody argument to say, oh, a man hit a woman with a chair. These same women raised all these doggone savages. These same white women raised the savages. These racist white men, they raised them. They raised them. Did they teach them love and how to care for everybody? Truth and fairness? No. Barbarians and savages, and they entitled. This is our country. Who gave you this country? Let's do it again. Let's do our homework. How did you get this country? Tell me more about the 4 founding fathers. Did they leave Britain? Did they leave from Europe and run over here? And how did they get this country? I got a better question. How did they build this country? This so powerful nation that everybody loved, how did they do it? All right? What about a lot of the patents and inventions? A lot of patents and inventions, where did they come from? Who really built the White House? All right? See, when you go to bringing facts to the table, I'm not going to lie to you. The truth going to sting. And many of you, it's going to hurt. It's like a dagger to your heart. It's not music to your soul. You don't want to hear it. But let's ask the real questions. How did you get this country and who built it? Who helped you build it? A lot of the patents that you guys and Thomas Edison and where did he get this stuff from? Oh, Henry Ford. Where did he, who? Come on, man. Like, come on, man. We got to quit playing along with this mess. It's a big mess. And like I was saying, man, big shout out to Montgomery, man. You guys are on the map, officially on the map. Not to say that you guys weren't on the map before, but in a positive light. In a positive light, man. People got love for you, man. People want to doggone make sure none of y'all get locked up, and we want to send money to your cash apps. We want to make sure you guys have lawyers. We want to work with you guys and saying, hey, look, we appreciate how you guys stood up and displayed doggone brotherhood and showed love on how family matters. You guys just exhibit that. It ain't about us doggone out here killing each other and imitating them being thugs and gangsters. That's not our original role. We classy. We built pyramid, period. We masters. We are the originals, okay? We are the originals. We've been here longer than any other race on this planet. First open heart surgery. The first doggone library. The ones who showed people how to be civilized. Showed the world how to be civilized. They got it from us. And then they send back doggone. You can never let the hunter tell the story. Between the lion and the hunter, you can't let the hunter tell the story. Oh, the lion attacked me. I used my dagger. I used my spear. And then I had to, and I don't ever let the hunter tell the lion story. And that's what's been taking place. This is why we need our own schools, our own medical institutions, our own farmland to feed ourselves, and our own banking. Those 4 pillars, that's why we need that in our race and our community. And we need capital to have those things. And it must come from group economics. All right, us coming together. And for and a quick solution, www.baf.solutions. Again, www.baf.solutions. All right, that's an avenue. That's one way. If that don't work, find a better way. It's called the Black Achievement Fund. Join the Black Achievement Fund, and we must unite. And again, know the power of our dollar and our spending power, and again, come together when it comes to group economics so we can have the capital, so we can be respected. Right now, we're not being respected. All right? And yes, it's a such thing as systemic racism. If they continue to keep making us felons, we lose our rights and we lose our power, and back to slavery you go. You just signed up for slavery. To be a felon, you just signed up for slavery. Not saying that you won't be able to succeed in life, but that's not the route. Men have to stand up and be men. Women, you have to take back your place, and you have to harness that energy and step back into your femininity and know what it is to be a woman and know your supporting role. Family, business, community. Those 3 are important. Family, business, and community. Can't have no community without family. And you must, it's imperative you take care of your business. Again, to see what these guys exhibit. Hey, man, I got to share this with you. And I hate that I waited too long. And I have a photo taken. But, yeah, this is my gift. This is the hardest one I've seen yet. Stonecrest is proud of you guys. I speak for a lot of the black communities across America to say, you know what, we like what Montgomery, Alabama exhibit at that river. I mean, of all places, the Harriet, they call the ship or the boat the Harriet. They brought our ancestors there and auctioned us off and sold us as like animals. That's what these savages and barbarians did. And they don't want the world to be reminded of their history. And our history and our contribution. And this right here, this is the back. All right, this is the hardest one I've seen yet. This is the hardest one I've seen yet. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that these thugs and gangsters are somewhere plotting right now on how they're going to get some get back. They embarrassed, they entitled, and like many of them, they feel this don't supposed to happen to us. We're the superior ones. You are the recessive gene. You are the minority on this planet. And you're doing the most. All right? You're hogging the resources. You're disrespecting the planet. All right? You done turn America into a strip mall. Cutting down the trees left and right. Polluting the air. Trash in the ocean. All right. I'm going too far. We all contributing to it now. All right. Truth and fairness. We all contributing to it now. And a lot of what goes on in our community, we're doing it to ourselves now. Due to PTSD, what is post-traumatic stress disorder, we're traumatized. And our conditions, hey, do your homework. It's been engineered. It's been engineered. And if many of you don't know the truth about the real Wakanda, which is the motherland, Alkebulan, what is Alkebulan? What you guys know as Africa. Africa is the last wild continent of 7, with all of the spices, the diamonds, the gold, all of the minerals. Africa have what it takes to run the whole entire planet. They don't need no imports. They don't need no other continent and countries for anything. They have it all. But guess what? You got these other power forces saying, you know what? We have to keep them destabilized. We can't allow for them to stand up and come together. Because if they do, we're going to fall to third world. And we don't want that. So we have to suppress them, oppress them, depress them, and keep them destabilized. Because we need their raw material and we need all of their resources. We don't need them to come to grips and find out what they have. We have to keep them in debt. By all means. And this is what's taking place. And many of you do not know it. You have to obtain and get right knowledge. Okay? So anyway, man, like I say, man, this right here, this shirt, I want to show it again. It's awesome. So it's a photo of Harriet Tubman. She didn't pass a gun. Nobody died. We all laughing about it, man. We got white folks laughing about it. They seeing what we've been telling them. You know, so shout out to those whites, you know, the ones that have love in their heart, the ones that's you know, they have love in their heart, you know, and that have a soul. The ones that's not as savage and barbaric. Now they passed and their ancestors. I mean, come on, Stone Mountain is our next door neighbor. They got Thomas Jefferson, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson carved into it's the largest carving in granite rock in the world. Right here in Stone Mountain. All of those guys are racist freaks. They're gangsters and thugs. And I'm not making this up. If you think about most gangster movies, The Godfather, A Bronx Tale, Goodfellas, these are Europeans. The blacks are the wannabes. We are the classy. We are the kings and the queens. We got to get back our rightful place. So anyway, guys, like I say, you know, I had to speak on it. I couldn't let it go unnoticed. And like I say, man, big shout out to those police officers. Big shout out to no one pulling a gun. No one died. No one died, man. I'm right here in the Atlanta metro area, man. My city is Stonecrest, Georgia. We are proud of what y'all exhibit. No one died. Y'all came together for a good cause. It was instant karma. And, oh, you shouldn't hit a woman. I seen one gentleman, oh, he shouldn't, that guy hit a woman with a chair. You know, they sit back and, you know what, let me say this real quick before I leave. They say that they hate us, they didn't like us, we 3/5 of a human. They raped our men and women. They killed our baby. These savages, these barbarians, these fucking thugs and gangsters. No, you shouldn't ever forget your history. You're supposed to teach your children what happened, and you're supposed to know what happened. All right? So I advise many of you, do your homework. Don't let them erase this from the history book. Don't let them erase it from the history book. These savages got a head start by killing us, raping our women, raping the men, killing our babies, feeding the alligators. These savages, these barbarians, these thugs and gangsters. They are the originals, thugs and gangsters. And they wonder why people call them devils. Come on, man. Anyway, what about the gentleman who shot up the church and they took him to Burger King afterwards? He went and just shot up a black church, a place of worship, where no one even bothering him in South Carolina. What about the Vegas shooting? Whatever happened with those doggone federal agents who sat there and killed Kendrick Johnson in the school building and got away, are still on the loose? These thugs and barbarians. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'll be here all day, man. We're proud of what happened. We're excited. We're glad no one died. We can all laugh about it. Whites, Asians, blacks. I mean, come on, look online. Whites, Asians, blacks, Hispanics. We laughing about it. And we're glad that no one died and had to do no heavy prison time. And like I said, we'll keep up with what's going on. I'll show you guys one last time. The ancestors. And by the way, we are the ancestors. We are the ancestors. These recycled souls. We still here. The hardest one I've seen yet. The hardest one I've seen yet. This shirt right here. It's a holiday. It's a holiday. August 5th. Y'all celebrate. Get out those barbecue grills in 2024. It's a holiday. Hey, thanks for your time. Over and out. Montgomery Brawl. We're proud of you. Salute. Over and out.